Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Taflin with Multiplication Rap. Be ready to rap along. Here we go. Ready? 5 times 1 is, again, 5 times 1 is, say it, 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Next, 2 times 5 is, 2 times 5 is, and the answer, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. Next, 2 times 2 is, 2 times 2 is, and the answer, 2 times 2 is, 2 times 2 is 4, and the next, 4 times 4 is, 4 times 4 is, and the answer, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Next, 7 times 1 is, 7 times 1 is, and the answer, 7 times 1 is 7. Say it, 7 times 1 is 7. And next, 5 times 5 is, 5 times 5 is, answer, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25. And next, 4 times 3 is, 4 times 3 is, and the answer, 4 times 3 is 12. Again, 4 times 3 is 12. Next, 5 times 3 is, 5 times 3 is, and the answer, 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Next, 5 times 4 is, 5 times 4 is, and say it, 5 times 4 is 20. Say it again, 5 times 4 is 20. Next, 6 times 1 is, 6 times 1 is, and the answer, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. Next, 5 times 2 is, 5 times 5 is, and the answer, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25, and 3 times 2 is, 3 times 2 is, say the answer, 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Next, 7 times 3 is, 7 times 3 is, and say the answer, 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 3 is 21. Next, 0 times 0 is, 0 times 0 is, and say the answer, 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Let's get the music going again. Ready? Next, 1 times 3 is, 1 times 3 is, and the answer, 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Here we go. 0 times 20 is, 0 times 20 is, and the answer, 0 times 20 is 0. 0 times 20 is 0. Next, 4 times 2 is, 4 times 2 is, say the answer, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Next, 1 times 9 is, 1 times 9 is, and the answer, 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 9 is 9. Here we go. 4 times 10 is, 4 times 10 is, say the answer, 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 10 is 40. Here we go. 10 times 1 is, 10 times 1 is, 10 times 1 is 10. Rap it. 10 times 1 is 10. And next, 4 times 0 is, 4 times 0 is, and the answer, 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. Here we go. 1 times 1 is, 1 times 1 is, say the answer, everyone, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Here we go. 1 times 4 is, 1 times 4 is, say that answer, 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Good job. 3 times 3 is, 3 times 3 is, say that answer, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Good job. 4 times 2 is, 4 times 2 is, say that answer, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Here we go. 10 times 0 is, 10 times 0 is, and the answer, 10 times 0 is 0. 10 times 0 is 0. I mix those up. 9 times 1 is, 9 times 1 is, and answer, 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Here we go. 2 times 0 is, 2 times 0 is, say that answer, 2 times 0 is 0. Here we go with some more music. Ready and go. 2 times 0 is, again, 2 times 0 is, and next, 1 times 2 is, 1 times 2 is, and the answer, 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Here we go. Ready and next. 2 times 7 is, 2 times 7 is? And the answer, 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 3 is? 3 times 3 is? Say that answer. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And next, 4 times 4 is? 4 times 4 is? Say that answer. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 0 times 3 is? 0 times 3 is? And say the answer. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Last one. 8 times 1 is? 8 times 1 is? And answer. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8. Thank you, boys and girls, for joining in, and I hope you had fun doing a little multiplication during this trying times, and stay home and be safe. Have a good day.